All right, you guys. So listen, this is kind of a serious topic. I kind of want to hop in here and talk about this because I've been doing not like a lot of research, but I've been seeing and noticing a lot of things like in the media, and that's where there's music and songs and just in general, a lot of things is over sexualized. I know a lot of people already made these kind of videos before, but I must kind of throw a little twist on mine because I want to talk about how I think it's a weakness. Um, so I was watching a movie a couple nights ago, and it was a comedy movie. I just like watching comedy when I'm bored because I just like comedy movies. But there was like it was like a person who like it was a dude and his next door neighbor. She was like super flirty with him and everything, and like she had him on a string, and like he just couldn't break away from whatever she had him trying to do, and it's such a weakness now. I'm looking at like, and even in the songs I was listening to, like music, like I don't know if I listen to Detroit music or not, but they're just basically saying if you want to get a dude set up and rob him, all you gotta do is send a girl his way, and it's just like people will use that, men specifically, or use that as a weakness so much nowadays, and like all the overstimulus that is on the internet and stuff, and it's kind of crazy because I'm really trying to break away from that too. Like I've been working on all the triggers and stuff, and like when you see it and how to notice it, just immediately go away from it, right? Like I don't use Instagram, I don't use TikTok anymore. Um, I've been doing really good at like staying away from that kind of side of the internet and retraining my brain to not be over sexualized in how the internet and how the media wants it to be, right? It's still in the music and everything and in the movies and all that. So there's a certain degree of it you can't escape, but you can view it differently. And since then, life has been a lot easier, a lot better. It's kind of like you're living in a trap where you're just stuck constantly trying to fight an uphill battle. And I couldn't imagine. I really view it as a weakness, not in the sense of you shouldn't feel obligated to the opposite gender or like feel like you should have connections with them. Of course you should, but it shouldn't be the only thing you think about. It shouldn't be the only way you live your life. Friends who are having conversations, yeah, bro, I hit Tiffany last night, this and that. I've never been part of those conversations. People who even ask me in person. I told this story a few times already. They're like, yo, bro, would you hear this, that, this, that? And I always tell them I don't talk about that kind of stuff. People ask me, what have I done if I'm a V and all this other stuff, and do I got my V card? And I'm telling them I don't answer those kind of questions. I'm not gonna sit here and talk with you about my sexual relations. Like that's just weird. I've always viewed that as weird, and I try to get as far away possible from people like that, and putting myself in a situation where it's kind of like a competition or kind of like a showcase, because that's why it's viewed as a weakness now, and that's why people are so trapped because they're people's getting set up and killed and murdered and robbed because they can't focus and think rationally because they're so focused on the opposite gender. And it's literally in the media, it's in the music, and I'm telling you, bro, he literally said in a rap song the perfect way to get him set up is call a girl his way, boom, rap. Come on, bro, like that's a weakness. That's a legitimate weakness. And the more I live in my like solidified ideals of getting away from that, the more comfortable I feel. I can have genuine conversations with anybody, and I'm not viewing anything as like weird or like I'm not nervous to slip up a word because at the end of the day, that's a human. Or it's like you shouldn't even go into it with that thought process, right? You shouldn't even be going into any conversations, and even when you're consuming media on your phone, like let's say I don't know, I don't like I said I don't watch Instagram or TikTok, but I still be on YouTube. If you see I catch myself and I fix it. Let's say there's like a thumbnail of like funny vines or whatever, but it's got a cute girl on the top of the thumbnail and you click it to watch it. Why did you click the video? Are you really going there to watch vines or did you click it because you saw a cute girl? And I'll catch myself. So if I'm scrolling on YouTube and I'm watching, looking for stuff to watch, that's why I've been mostly watching a lot of motivational stuff and a lot of like informative content on YouTube. And I'm not trying to tell you like not to watch entertainment or nothing like that, or you have to be some type of internet guru. That's not what I'm trying to be either. I'm just saying I've noticed my triggers and I'm fixing why am I doing this, and I'm taking my power back in the sense of I'm not gonna let media or anything I do control me in what I think. Right? If I'm watching a music video and if I'm lying, I'm flying. But if I'm watching a music video, they got a whole bunch of girls twerking, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not looking at the girls. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, like I'm listening to the music. I'm telling you, bro. There's times I'm walking, I put my head down. If there's a girl in front of me, or if like I said, let's say I'm watching the music video, or whatever. I'm looking to the left or the side of the screen. I'm not absorbing that content no more. I'm not absorbing that type of media. I've been doing this for a while, and I'm just now starting to make it a way of life. Like, that's my difference. The differential was made during the recording of this video. I've done the actions, and I made a TikTok about this. I'm not going to get into that. If you want to find it, go out of your way and find the video, you can, but by all means. But I found a way to live that way. I did the actions, but I wasn't the person who lives like that. So yeah, I wouldn't watch or pay attention to girls and music videos and stuff, but that wasn't my lifestyle. It was just something I did. Now I'm realizing, okay, the reason I was doing this is because I can make it a lifestyle now. I can redirect my life in the way I want it to be. It doesn't have to be this super stimulated, media absorbing, over sexualized content all the time, right? I don't use Twitter, don't use Instagram, don't use TikTok. The only place they can catch me now is on YouTube. That's the only choice of action they can catch me. And it was working for a minute at a time. They was catching me. I'm watching basketball skits, and it's when the guy plays a girl in basketball, and she starts backing him up. And so, of course, they got a cute girl on the thumbnail, all this other stuff. It's like, bro, I'm not falling for none of that, right? I'm not falling for it. So I use that as motivation to come in here and say, you got to learn how to take your power back and not just be super absorbed in what the media is giving out to you. I'm not telling you to just, change your whole life and don't even stare at a woman or nothing like that. I'm just saying, don't let that be a personality trait. Don't let social constructs formulate how you view the world when you make the decision, right? I actively go out of my way and tell people, I'm not going to talk about that with you. I'm not cared if I'm viewed lame or any of that, because like I said, I don't care. I'm not letting them dictate. I kid you not, bro. And I'm not going to go into too specifics, but I was with a group of people, and they was all talking about how they had, like, embarrassing or funny sexual, like, activities, like the first time losing it or something crazy, right? Or something that happened that was embarrassing to them, or, you know what I mean? And they're all going on sharing it. And I was so uninterested in that conversation. So uninterested. I had my head down, hoodie up. I'm not even paying attention, right? After I go back to doing what I'm doing, one of the people from the group said, yeah, man, we was in there talking about that. You ain't share nothing. Of course I didn't share nothing. I was supposed to. I was supposed to feel comfortable at a table going around saying what I did to girls and what I did. What are you talking about? And that's normalized. I'm telling y'all, it's weird, bro. I'm not going for none of that. I view it as so much different from that. I feel like it's none of no one's business, right? If they're not in that room, if they're not in the bedroom when you're doing actions, if you keep it behind closed doors for a reason, why would you then go and tell people what you did? And thank God, sorry Lord for using your name in vain, that I have friends who can actually understand this way of thinking. And I think that's the biggest blessing I have in my life is I have genuine friends I've grown up with since a little kid, close friends I consider family at this point, who think how I think, who I've never had to worry or stress over having these types of conversations with because they're on the same track, the same process as I've been on. And I'm thankful for them. But yeah, bro, like, the media is killing y'all. Y'all letting other people kill y'all. Y'all letting other people influence y'all. I was talking to this, like I said, I'm going to give y'all one more example before I go. I don't want to make this video super long, but. So I was talking to, I say associate. Like, we're friends. We're cool. Like, it's not my man's, but there's no beef. But, we was having a conversation. And ironically, he was the same person who asked me, yo, are you a virgin, this and that. Obviously, I'm not going to answer his questions. So, I told him I don't talk about those kind of, that's exactly what I said. I don't answer those kind of stuff, or I don't talk about that kind of stuff. He said, yo, it's not, he said, if you are, it's not a bad thing or nothing like that. I know that. Like, that's how you know, and I don't know, maybe I'm reading into it a little too much. But I took that as he's trying to solidify that, right? And it's like, when I know that it's not a bad thing to be that, I don't need, like, it just felt like, I don't know how to explain it really. It just felt like he was really trying to get it out of me. Like, he was really trying to get this and that out of me. I have friends who, to this day, joke on me for being a V. Whole time, I'm just not going to tell my business to you. Right? So it's a little ongoing joke. They don't really know. And I don't blame them because, how would they have known, right? We live out of state. So every time I go back to visit, they making little jokes and stuff, and I just don't say nothing because I'm not gonna sit there and explain myself and what I did with other people to them. I just let them think what they want to think because at the end of the day, what else am I supposed to do? Go tell my business to the whole world? Doesn't make sense. You don't have to prove that point to nobody. And that's why I say the social construct behind it is trying to get that validation from other people. Yeah, man, I did this, I did that, I'm not this, I'm not that. You don't need to do that. You don't have to explain that to nobody. What people think doesn't matter. And it never will. Especially when it comes to you and someone else. So, clean your brains up. Stop watching this content and media that wants you to suck into that mind thought process of this is considered cool and normal. Stop giving your power to people who don't even, and stop seeking relations that don't matter either, right? I'm gonna make a whole nother video for that, but you out here sleeping with random people just to sleep with people. Stop doing that. It goes way deeper than that. It's supposed to be something that means something, and people are just throwing it away, giving it away like nothing. In 2024, going into 2025, it's almost super normal to just casually hook up with people, and I don't think people realize how crazy that is. But I'm just me, I'm just one person. You can choose to agree or disagree with what I'm saying. Whatever you want to do, go ahead. But just we gotta work on fixing that, bro. So appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you next upload. Stay safe, stay blessed. Keep guiding you guys live, and I'll catch you guys later.